Every day, another person comes on to the internet and says, we need a book rating system just like the MPAA has a film rating system. No, we don't. You don't know what you're asking for. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't even know how the MPAA is run, because hardly anybody knows how the MPAA is run. Do you know how the rating system for the MPAA was decided on? Do you know what the standards are for each individual film rating? Do you know who is on the review boards? Do you know what their qualifications are? Are they even parents? Do you know who Joan Graves is? Do you know what the appeal process looks like if a director says, hey, my movie isn't rated R, I want to appeal? Does it work? Can they appeal? Do you know any of this? If you don't know any of the answers to these, I don't know why you want a rating system that is put in place for books that mimics one that you don't know the mechanics of. Why would you appeal to the authority of a group of people that you don't know for another system that based on one that you already don't understand? How stupid is that? Do you know how many G-rated movies I don't let my kids watch? I don't let my kids watch A Bridge to Terabithia. I don't let my kids watch Homeward Bound, because the rating systems on those are not designed to parent my kids individually. There are things that my kids have to avoid that it's not going to be reflected in a G rating. It's not going to be reflected in a PG rating. That's not like a system set up to parent for me. That's not how rating systems work. If you want your kid to avoid things, which there are things that I want my kid to avoid because my kid will have a panic attack, it's my responsibility. Why are you coddling parents and being like, we need systems in place so that parents don't have to parent? Why? Especially a system that, again, you don't know the mechanics of. What are you talking about? Instead, you want me to use a system in place that you and I both don't fully understand or know who's in charge of. And by the way, these boards and the rating systems, the ratings on certain movies, queer movies, are typically higher age ratings than movies that are straight with the same exact content. They typically get a lower rating if they are straight, and then if it's queer, it's rated higher. It's rated inappropriate, less appropriate for less audiences. We are already dealing with this exact same thing in book censorship circles, and if you don't believe me, you can look into Bruce Friedman in Clay County, Florida, who explicitly writes on his challenge forums that he thinks that certain books like The Last Quintista are inappropriate for teen audiences that they were written for, simply because a side character has two moms. This is what we would be putting into. Who do you think is going to be in charge? You won't even know, just like you don't know who's in charge of the MPAA ratings. You won't even know. You're advocating to put more homophobes into power. For what? For my kids' safety when I could just parent them? Are you dumb?